Hi, my name's Eli and I'm 10 years old. I think I want to be a computer programmer because I already know how to program robots and you get a lot of money. The thing I like most about my mom is that sometimes, she lets us be homeschooled, so it's not as hard and you can get right up out of bed and go downstairs and boom, my mom's got it all ready. I like most about my dad that he plays games with me as soon as he gets home and he lets me choose them. We play all kinds of strategy games. We have a huge self-pack from foot to bottom with games. My favorite game is probably Scythe because it has beautiful artwork and the pieces are really cool. My sister is 6, she's almost 7, and her name is Mallory, and what I like most about her is probably because she plays with me all the time. We have little games. I'll bring out my Legos and she'll bring out her new toy candy cane that she got at the dollar store, and we'll just play together. I'll have little good guys and bad guys and she'll choose our team and we'll just have a little battle. Well, sometimes she says, "Oh, Eli, let's go play Legos." And we get started and then she's like, "You know what? I don't want to be this toy." And then she spends the entire day just looking for a toy that she doesn't have. Wow, that's hard. Lots of things. My dad has taught me how to program a Lego robotics robot, and my mom has taught me how to do math and science. I have learned how to do grammar from Mimi. It learns how to do sentences and spelling, and they'll stay with you when you grow up. I like my Mimi because every time we go to her house, we'll finish the schoolwork and then we can play a game. I like Papa because he's an artist and he's taught me how to do paintings, and I did a painting with him, and he has every picture in his house he painted it. I probably most like to sew with her because we choose pattern and we put it in. I get to choose the colors and then we make it. And I normally make little baggies to put my Legos and stuff in. With Papa, I probably do welding, and he takes this little thing and he'll put fuel in it and it'll do fire, and we melt the metal and we divide the metal, and we work on, and sometimes we go down to our friends Matt and Rex and we'll work on 4-wheelers and motorcycles. If I could change one family rule, it would probably be to only clean up one thing instead of all of the things you have to clean up before you get something new out. Probably I would do that because I don't like cleaning up stuff, so I just clean one thing up and get it out and then clean another thing up. By the end of the day, I won't have to do as much cleanup. Probably my best friends are the Deerings. They're Mary, Elise, and Nora. And they come over to my house, they do piano with me. We literally go to the same house and we get to see them all the time. and we play together and we do piano together, and it's really fun. I like to learn about spelling because when you grow up, you don't have to keep worrying about, did I spell the right way? Did I spell the right there? You would just know all that. Oh, there's 3 kinds of blocks. There's flow control, action block, and I can't remember what the other 2 are. But you have speeds, rotations, and degrees. And you have to go around this board that they make every year, and you have to do these challenges, like take this piece and put it there, push this button in. And you will compete against other teams, and you will have maybe 5 different teams, and you all come together to, I think last time it was the Space and Rocket Center. And they set up a whole mat, and we all competed and did everything, and it was really fun. I like to play with my sister and go outside and play strategy games with my dad. My favorite series of books is probably Harry Potter, because they're big and it takes a while to get through them, so you always keep learning new things, and they have old things in there that they remember. And the first book, when you're at the 7th book, all of a sudden they bring out something from the 2nd book that you have to remember. And I like how they cast spells and stuff, and it's really cool. We almost have the whole series. We're missing about 3, and I will literally read those all the time. I'm almost out now, but I've read about 10 of them, and one time I finished them in one whole night, and they're like 300 pages long. And there's these 3 kids, Bob, Pete, and Jupiter, and they have this junkyard, and behind it is this trailer that nobody knows about except them, not even their dad who owns it, or their friends. Jupiter's dad is the one who owns it, and they have secret entrances into it to solve mysteries. So there's like one, my favorite is called Red Gate Rover, and there's paintings all around the fence, and there's one painting of the San Francisco fire, and they pick the little dog watching the fire's eyes out, and they unleash a clutch, and 2 boards fly up in the air so they can come in. My favorite sports, well, I only do one. It's gymnastics. I do 3 days a week, 2 hours each. I'm hoping to compete level 5 next year. I like it because you're really flexible, you get really strong, and it's really good for you mentally and physically. My favorite event is either floor, when you do tumbling, like front handsprings, back handspring, round off back, double back handsprings, back tuck. My favorite one is, my other favorite one is P-bars. You will swing on them and go up to handstands and flip around and go on your elbows and all kinds of cool stuff. I would probably go to Hawaii again because they have the best pineapple ice cream, the best ice cream I've ever had. It's pineapple, and they have good pineapple, actual pineapple. You can take tours around actual pineapple gardens. They're all about pineapple, and you can go to the beach, and they have like 20 beaches, and you get to play in the waves. And once I went surfing there with some of my mom's old gymnastics coach, so we got together and we went surfing there, and I learned how to surf, and it was really fun. I don't know, I normally do funny faces. About One time I stayed up. I was reading the third book of Harry Potter, and I went to bed at 8, and normally I read at night, and I stayed up till 1 o'clock in the morning, and I finished it. And I came up to Mom, having no idea what time it is, and I said, "Hey, Mom, I finished." And she's like, "Eli, it's 1 o'clock in the morning." I'm like, "What?" My favorite series of books is probably the Harry Potter books. I like how they cast spells and they can turn into things, and I like it because they're big.
Hold on a second.
Oh.
Daddy cleared his throat.
Daddy.
You gotta get on him. Get him.
Daddy.
All right. So back, tell me about those Harry Potter books again.
Okay.
Get the cough out. All right, here we go.
You better not do that again.
Or he's gonna get you, right? You're gonna get him. All right, go ahead. Tell us about your favorite series of books.
Okay.